In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the first things you need to do on your brand new Motorola Moto G 2026. All right, everyone, so you got your brand new Moto G 2026 and you're figuring out what you need to do first. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a few different things you guys should go ahead and do to your device straight away. The first thing, of course, is going to be personalize your device or customize it to your liking. And how we're going to go ahead and do that is we're going to go into this application called Moto. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And once we are inside of here, we're going to go ahead and swipe up. So let's go ahead and click get started, go through this little tour and then swipe up. We have a few different options. However, the one we're going to go ahead and choose is Personalize. And as you guys see, we have a bunch of different things right here. We have themes, we have fonts, so we can go ahead and change the fonts to Android, to Slab. We have some cool stuff on here, so if you guys want to customize that to your liking, go ahead and do so. We have colors as well, if you guys want custom colors and themed icons. So if you guys want different themes for these, if you want it to be pink, you guys can go ahead and set that to that. You can go ahead and set it to teal as well. We also have icon shapes if you would like to change the shape of your icons. We have our lock screen for clock faces and shortcuts. We can also go ahead and customize our display size and text, our layout, our sounds, and of course our dark mode right there. So if you guys would like to personalize your experience with this device and kind of make it your own, definitely go ahead and start off here. Very, very good first place to go ahead and start off at. The second thing you should go ahead and do is go back into the Moto application if you have left it, and we're going to go ahead and swipe up again, and we have something called gestures. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now, but first and foremost, as you guys can see, it says control your phone with simple gestures. And this is one of the reasons why people pick up Motorola devices, is because they have these really, really cool gestures like chop to flashlight. That goes ahead and turns on your flashlight. If we go ahead and twist the phone, that's going to open up our camera right here. Really, really cool. And of course, we have our 3-finger screenshot by holding 3 fingers on the display. Really, really cool little gestures right here. And inside of gestures, that basically lets you go even further and lets you set up more gestures just like those ones. So definitely go inside of here and check all of these out. Amazing, amazing stuff Motorola set up for you guys. And one of the biggest reasons why people actually get Motorola devices, other than it being essentially a stock Android device. Next thing you're going to go ahead and do is set up your display refresh rate and of course your screen timeout. One of my biggest pet peeves is having my screen timeout set to 30 seconds and it keeps turning off every 30 seconds. I absolutely hate that. So what you're going to want to go ahead and do to bypass that is go into your settings. So we're going to go into settings. We're going to scroll down until we get to display. Go ahead and click on display. And the first thing, of course, let's get this sorted out, is the screen timeout. Now, I believe by default, this is going to be set to 30 seconds. So go ahead and, put this to whatever you like. If you want it on 30 seconds, go ahead and set it to 30. However, I like it more at 30 minutes. We also have an attentive display option, which basically prevents you from turning off your screen if you are looking at it by essentially using the front-facing camera and looking at your face. So go ahead and set that up. And once that is done, go ahead and set up your display refresh rate to which one you want. We have 3 different options right here. As you guys can see, we have smart and balanced. It's a seamless experience with moderate battery consumption up to 120 hertz. So I'm sure it's going to cycle back and forth through 60 and 120. We have hyper smooth, which I pretty much use it on each time. So if you guys want it to perform the best and have the smoothest experience, definitely set it to this. This basically is the highest battery consumption and it's set to 120 hertz pretty much all the time. And the last one we have right here is efficiency first. So if you guys are losing battery quick, may want to turn this on. This basically turns your phone to a 60 hertz display instead of that 120 hertz. So this saves a ton of battery if you guys need a battery consumption tip. Next thing to do is set up your notification ringtone and of course your notification sounds. And to go ahead and do that is to go back into settings. So go into settings and it is actually not going to be under notifications. It's going to be under sound and vibration. So once we get inside of here, we're going to go ahead and scroll down until we get to dial pad tones. And right under that, it's going to say phone ringtones for your SIM card, phone ringtones for eSIM, default notification sounds, and of course your default alarm sounds. So go ahead and change all of these. Just go ahead and tap on them. Choose which one you want. You guys can also add a ton of different notifications from like Zedge or other applications that let you kind of customize your stuff. So if you guys want to go through that, you can add a ringtone through a third-party application or a file that you have downloaded. The next thing I urge everyone to do once they get a brand new phone, even if it's a Samsung phone or an Apple phone, is go back into your settings and scroll all the way down until you get to system updates. We're going to then go ahead and click on that. And once we are here, we have a few different options. We have smart updates, which I recommend doing. It basically updates your phone once you hit the Wi-Fi. We also have check for updates, which is something that you should go ahead and do even if you do not put smart updates on. So click on check for updates. It's going to check your phone for updates. It's going to show you what version you're running and which patch you're on. And if you need an update, it's going to show you that you need to update your phone. So our update status has our latest software. Just make sure you guys go ahead and check if you have the latest software so your phone is running on the safest and most efficient software that is current. Next thing we're going to show you is something that will protect the longevity of your battery life. A lot of people out there have had phones in the past that have degraded over time, and you may even get 2 to 3 hours. There was a phone that I used to have, and it would die in about an hour from 100%. Now, if you guys don't know what that is called battery degrading. And over time, when you have your phone on the charger at nighttime, that actually does degrade your battery. So to go ahead and combat this, we're going to go into settings, and we're going to go ahead and scroll all the way down until we get to battery. So go ahead and click on battery right here. And once we are here, we have a few different options. The first one is going to be adaptive battery. Go ahead and check that out. Basically, limits the battery for applications that you don't use often. So a cool feature to save some battery right there. But the big one is going to be called overcharge protection. So let's go ahead and click on that. It says overcharging shortens the lifespan of your battery over time. Prevent overcharging by limiting your battery to 80%. So as you guys can see, it says to keep your battery healthy, charging will be limited to 80%. And once a week, your battery will charge to 100% to keep it calibrated. So turn that on if you would like to keep your battery nice and healthy over a long period of time. But yeah, guys, this video was to help any of the first-time users out with their Moto G 2026. Hopefully, you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.